After understanding the basics of remote control, how do you do it from one to one and one to many, now it's time to understand and utilize the session objects for managing remote control. See, when you are creating session object, you can reuse those session objects. So in this section or in this session, we are going to see how to create session objects, how to manage those session objects, how to use it within your script, and how to disconnect. So from the member server, the command for getting a session object is get -ps session. When you run this command like this, it will show you if there are any existing open sessions. No. How do you create a new session? New -ps session. Here you can provide the computer name like DC1 and the credentials for connecting to that remote computer. Now, based on the logic which we have discussed in the previous session, if you have to create a variable which is containing the credential object, you can create it in the steps which were shown earlier. So since we already have that credential object, I will use that credential object here. And if you want to give it any name, you can give it a name. Or you can give it a name like session to DC. This is one way of creating the session. Another way is storing this session object in a variable. We'll do both the things at the same time. $DC session is equal to new PS session. Now this will just create a session and store it. This did not do anything on the remote computer. This is just a session object which has been created, and you will create session objects to reduce your efforts while connecting to multiple computers. After creating the session object, you can reuse those session objects multiple times without getting into the hassles of providing the credentials again and again. Now, if you use get -ps session, this is the session which is currently open with that remote computer. Session state is open. Now, how do you use it? You can use it in several ways. Suppose you want to run a command against that remote computer. The commands are same. Invoke command -session. Either you can give that variable name $DC session, and now the script block. What I am going to run is $env computer name, just to get the computer name to against which I ran the command. So it is showing the computer name as DC1. That means the results are coming from DC1. If I run the same $env computer name, On local machine, I'm getting the member, the name as member. But when I'm entering into this session, when I'm using this session object, so in previous examples, we did not use session object. We have given the computer name, and through computer name and by passing credentials, we were able to access the remote computer. But when you are creating a session object, you can reuse it multiple times, like this. You don't have to give credentials every time. You don't have to pass credentials every time you want to connect to that computer. These are the sessions which are useful when you are writing scripts. So get all the commands related to sessions. Get command hyphen noun ps session. Now after creating the session objects, you can disconnect it. See, currently the state is open. That means it is connected. You can disconnect it using disconnect PS session. And there are lot of things that you can do, like removing this connection from the list. If you want to, if you're done with that connection, you can remove that. Enter and exit we have seen. Export and import I will show you very soon. Now get PS session will show you list of all the sessions which are currently open, closed, whatever. Let's talk about how do you import a PS session and what happens when you do that. Now currently this is a member server. If I get the list of command from the module Active Directory, there is nothing. But if I repeat this command or if I run this command on a domain controller, I will get all the commands related to Active Directory listed here. Because this is a domain controller. Now this feature is an excellent feature which is available in PowerShell. When you say import PS session hyphen module as Active Directory, and the session object you will provide as what was the name, $DC session. Some awesome thing has happened on this computer right now, that is, without installing Active Directory module or without installing any tools for managing Active Directory on this computer, now if I try to run the commands related to Active Directory, I will be able to run them. But for that, I have to use the commands by using the session object. First, let me connect. Okay, now if I try to run the commands like get -ad, see, all those commands are now available locally on my computer. Earlier these commands were not there, and this is I have received from the PS session that I have created, and after I disconnect the session, I won't be able to use Active Directory commands on my computer anymore. For example, if I use get ad user hyphen properties like Sam account name, that is the only property I want, or I also want display name and filter star. See, I'm able to get all the Active Directory users, and I'm able to do that without having Active Directory tools installed on my local computer. That is the power of using PS sessions. So just go through this video once again. After importing the session, I am importing the module Active Directory from that session, and that is enabling me to access all the commands related to Active Directory on my local computer without actually installing Active Directory related tools on my computer. So normally if you want to get these commands on your computer, what you have to do is, yeah, any question? Was that a question? Okay. So normally if you want to get these commands on your computer, you have to first install RSAT.
Yeah, what is the use of importing this module, Active Directory module, into the local computer? So where is the situation that we can use it?
Yeah, obviously. See, suppose I want to use the commands related to Active Directory on my computer. Currently, I don't have those commands available on my computer, like get ad user, get ad group. If you want to query Active Directory objects, or if you want to manage Active Directory from your local computer, the requirement for doing that without using sessions is you need to install RSAT, remote server administration tools, on your computer. Then only you will be able to use the Active Directory module and all those commands which are coming with RSAT. But currently I don't want to install anything. I need those commands temporarily, right? So what is the best way? Create a session object with the domain controller. From there, import the session object and import one particular module from the session. Use the commands, disconnect the session. After disconnecting the session, those commands will be removed from your computer. Those commands will not be available anymore. So let me disconnect session.
Sorry, I didn't get that the real-time usage. Would you mind just repeating the last part? What would be the real-time usage? Meaning, instead of invoke command or anything else, how would this be more helpful?
Okay, real-time uses for this are obvious, as I said. Uh, See, you are in a need of working with some Active Directory related commands. Okay, you need to use Active Directory related commands on your computer, and that is a temporary requirement. That for that temporary requirement, you don't need to install RSAT tools on your computer. You can establish a session object with the domain controller, import those commands temporarily on your computer, run those commands, and after you are done with that, you can just disconnect the session. Now it is disconnected. Now if you run any of the command like get ad user, am I
But in the real time, we do not have an access to the domain controller, right? So obviously, AD team will not provide access to connect the domain controller server. There is a
how?
restriction with that service.
Yeah, actually, how can you say that if you are a domain admin, then you have to use it, right? If you are a domain administrator, you will have rights, right? It is not that nobody will get access. The people who are managing domain controllers, or if you are in that job, then you will require it, right? And for that simple thing, it's not a good idea to log into domain controller and then perform your job and then log off, when you can do that remotely from your client machine also. See, currently, assuming,
Uh,
yeah, please
yeah,
go ahead.
I am a SQL guy. So domain controller team or AD team will allow us to run this, take the temporary session or execute this AD commands in my local system. I am a SQL guy. Do not have an access to the domain controller server.
Yeah, in your
So can you
case,
ask them?
yeah, in your case it is true, but you know what, uh, anyone who is part of a domain, every user have read-only access to Active Directory. Do you know that? Everyone will have read-only access. Only the commands for creating the user, deleting the user, or modifying the user, those commands will not work for you. You can do all the read-only queries against Active Directory. Every single user from the domain, whether it is an administrator or normal user, everyone can query Active Directory. And as a SQL DBA, suppose you are on your Windows 7 machine or Windows 10 machine, where there is no SQL Server Management Studio or anything installed at present, but you know a SQL Server. So what you can do, if you have access to that server, you can create a PS session with that server and import the SQL related module on your local computer. Use those commands, and once you are done, you can, once you close PowerShell, the session will be gone. You don't need to install SQL Server Management Studio or related PowerShell tools on your computer if you have to do it for some particular task. You don't need to, you can just simply import the session. All the commands will get imported. Once you are done, close the session and nothing is installed on your computer.
So can we
So
can we
you
use go ahead.
yeah, you mean to say that we are taking the access for the remote SSMS that is not in my computer. I wanted to use that SQL Server Management Studio for importing from other computer and make use of it, right?
Yeah, so here you are not importing SQL Server Management Studio, you are rather importing the PowerShell commands related to SQL temporarily on your computer. Understood? So you are temporarily importing those commands on your computer which are related to SQL by connecting to that SQL server and importing that SQL module on your computer. And once you close the session, once you close PowerShell, it will be removed from your computer. it no more exists on your computer. It is a
Okay.
temporarily getting something temporarily for accomplishing a particular task. So where this will be helpful, let me give you another example. Suppose you have written a script. That script is going to connecting to Active Directory, or that script is going to connect to a SQL server, run some SQL commands or run some Active Directory related commands, produce some output, and then exit. So on that particular machine, you don't need to install, there is no requirement for you to first install SQL server tools or first install Active Directory related tools to be able to run that script. That script can be executed on any computer where you have Active Directory tools, where you have SQL tools, or where you don't have. That flexibility you are getting, right? Your PowerShell script will not depend on any software. It will temporarily import something from the remote session, execute it, close it, and get rid of it. Your
But
script,
same thing with invoke command as well, right? Even for the invoke command, we don't have to have anything on our local, right?
yeah, that is there. But see, the difference between invoke command and importing a session is invoke command will, when you are executing that command, that time it will establish the session with the target machine, run it there, and will exit. But in case of sessions, it is creating the session object. Both are doing the same task, but the method is different. So in case of invoke command, the command is getting executed on the target machine, and the resource utilization is happening on the target machine. Suppose you are running 10,000 command in the script block, it will consume the resources from the target server. But when you are using imported sessions, it is consuming resources from your local server. That is the difference.
So the resources are consumed local from the local machine for invoke method and on the remote machine in case of PS session.
No, it is vice versa. See, when you are using invoke command, it is consuming the resources from the target machine. So within invoke command script block, if you are putting 10,000 commands, those 10,000 commands are hitting the target machine. It is consuming the resources from the target machine or the remote machine. But when you are using import PS session and running commands after importing the PS session, it is consuming resources from your local machine. That is the difference.
How is it consuming the resources from local machine in case of PS session?
Because the commands are imported locally on your computer.
Oh, so the modules are imported locally into the
Yeah.
local machine?
Yes. Those commands are temporarily imported on your local machine. So it is consuming your resources.
Okay. So which one do we prefer usually? What I mean, you deal with a lot of production systems, right? So which one do you usually use?
See, if it is something which is not going to put much of the load on the target machine, then I would prefer invoke command. But if there is a risk of uh, using high resources like high CPU, high amount of RAM, then I would prefer using it by importing the session on my computer, because it will forego the risk of bringing that server down due to your script.
That makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we have seen how to create, manage, use, and disconnect the sessions using session objects. Any questions? Any other questions from from anyone? Let me stop the recording.